already up and the aggression coming out. Utility throw, putting pressure on these FPX members. Caught behind the box, they'll try to use their wave to get on out of there. Munchkin's picked up 2 in the meantime and still fighting while his teammates come to support. And that fight is quick and clean. Comes down, now you know, first of all, it's a trap play with 2 incredibly good site defenders. FPX are making the right call, looking elsewhere. And it's Sayaplayer to be dropped first. That's the big rifle out of the round now for T1. Look back to the Bulldogs on Munchkin, who's already taken a lot of damage. Carpe pushed out of the site. And B is most certainly taken late lurk from nizhaoTZH as well. Great potential for this squad, and because it's the wingman planting, when they go through to try and take advantage of the numbers, well, anything but ends up occurring. That's FPX with the first.
Turret destroyed for Sire as he looks to get aggressive, but again, just waiting outside this C site. The high tide through to block up a lot of angles, but there's 3 players ready and waiting.
Oh, nice sees, it's gone through and it's caught some players. They're able to sneak up behind the walls, and Carpe and Munchkin both falling. Puts a lot of pressure on xeta to deliver, and he's out. Giving up the site and playing for the retake. It's definitely the smart call. They'd love to grab a pick along the way, but that one cost them so much more as they crumble on this C site. Down halfway already, but the blast pack will get him up close. The shot is good. Berlin down, and Aya left on 15 HP. He'll be cleaned up quickly, you'd imagine. Has to be the last man standing, denying that defuse, and not a hope in hell. Locked and loaded on that one. I like the more direct approach. When you come in with ultis like that, sometimes it's worth just committing them at the start of the round.
To the team. Maybe
even tucks into that corner. Oh, there's the smoke up. He knows now. Great position. They're clearing it, but the first player down. Now they can react. Ban on the trade. The rotation seeming to come through from Munchkin. Gonna leave Ban to make this play by himself. xeta shutting down 2. That is absolutely huge. The FPX have stopped completely, and the flank is now coming through. Desperation from Aya as he looks to bring the spike elsewhere and hopefully grab a plant. I don't know how much that's gonna help them.
Putting this into a 2v4, but on the B site, a spot that's very difficult to hold from. A little bit of a dicey fight, but it is going to be banned to win it. And now Aya left. I don't think he even knows that Munchkin's about to come around this corner. The drop down spotted, but Munchkin just playing this so safe. He actually goes peek it back out, though, a chance, but being methodical in their play. Man sent through as well just to clear any of the close corners, and they're just doing this almost for orb control. Faking out the space. 4 players currently on this side of the map, and the one on the other side, Carpe, has just been decimated by the operator. Now they start hightailing it back towards the A site. The decision's still yet to be made. FPX leaving this one very late and deep, but if they get into a post plant with that Viper's Pit, it's trouble for T1.
There's 20 seconds on the clock, and they still haven't made their way towards the site, but finally that decision is made. They've baited out the rotates to be controlled this game entirely so far. Like, this round has been theirs
used on A.
all over. And yeah, they're only realizing now that this is a problem after they burned up their lockdown. FPX are set up with a Viper's Pit with players inside with utility at plenty. Even the snake bite online for nizhaoTZH late round, and okay.
Nice shot.
Yuicaw is gonna be caught. That's a big pick. Aya, if he overextends there, that angle's being watched, but he'll catch more than enough. 2 quick kills, Berlin following up, even saving an operator for himself.
How much time can actually be bought? Thrash sent through is gonna garner them an extra little bit of information, and it's only gonna be the 1-for-1 trade. nizhaoTZH gone, but again, it's the same. They sell a ruse. The only problem, though, is the spike. The spike's facing back into the spawn. 28 seconds left is dropped on the deck. A mistake made by the side of FPX. They have to go back and retrieve this. And in the meantime, T1 can start re-aggressing. A 1-for-1 trade, 15 seconds. They have to go running into this B site, but they're going to use that showstopper. That will grant them the space that they need to get into this plant.
It's something. Operator as well. This could be beautiful for FPX to still manage, even after those fumbles earlier on in the round, to close this out. An 8-4 scoreline will be huge. The timing is key, and Munchkin's won it, leaving just Berlin all alone. He'll use his waves to try and block off their sight lines, but they'll be through that in just a moment's time. Low HP on one, but neither will fall. Sayaplayer with his 3rd of the round, locking in 5 for T1. Considering how this ended up, I think FPX looked likely to take that to 8-4.
And they probably should have made it even more dominant as well. So they're definitely in a good position for this one. But we'll see if they can take the second pistol. Great start for Berlin. Look at the damage that's already been done as well. Players tagged behind as they look to enter the site. It is a slaughter! Lysoar puts the entirety of that execution down, and now xeta looking to try and get the ace. Little bro gonna be helping out as Lysoar ends with the 4K. I don't have it online just yet, but maybe expecting to get a kill on the way. Definitely one of the easiest sites to retake. Nice shot though by Munchkin and Saya. Solid start to this round. Nade to deny any further aggression, and the A site completely under their control, managing to avoid any of that initial aggression. And similarly to their opponents, just baiting in those initial takes and then forcing rotations from FPX.
Yeah, the sad thing being, you've lost your rifle, your real rifle here. You're gonna see the Bulldogs coming through for a retake. But now the question does turn to damage. How much?
How many did they get, Mitch? Go on, call it.
I'm gonna say 3. Although, I'm looking at T1, very nicely grouped up. Looks like they'll be able to trade almost any kill. There's no one out of position. And
3's optimistic.
I think that might have been Carpe's second kill of the game so far. That was incredibly crispy. Followed through. A Yuicaw falling. And, okay, a bit of panic here. Oh, the showstopper. That's huge. Honestly, you're going to trade a Cove for a showstopper? And because they've avoided all of that intel gathering utility, they might go for a swing like that, and they've almost lost Yuicaw to it. That was T1's trigger point. They're rushing the site, and it looks like all control will be theirs, even catching Aya on the way back.
Yeah, another Sayaplayer entry, and I believe at least the rifle might be able to be handed over to a teammate, but look at him go. Sayaplayer just starting to take over. Yuicaw, though, has just come out of nowhere. The side swipe, not expected. The aggressive position, it's these Razors going head-to-head to try and take over this round. The time, not even that far gone, still an opportunity for him to win this one out. Still going strong, leaving it all onto xeta. He's playing that post plant, knows exactly where he is. The ace potential, but it's so far back, and xeta's still just sitting, but he's not landing the shots. It's already being diffused. Just looking to try and get it all the way, but xeta will hold on.
So we're set up in a difficult position. This Killjoy ult is causing problems, but xeta somehow picked up a double. What an absolute disaster. One player detained. Look at that repositioning as well. Carpe dodged the showstopper. xeta's back online inside the Viper's pit. A third kill for T1. Carpe following and Munchkin closing. What a gorgeous round from this attacking squad. It's going to be a much more direct round, one in which they don't intend to fall back, use secondary options. The plant is in, already found, and they're giving up all this space. Thrash won't be able to reach them. It can be recovered at least. Not in a great position, though, using it mostly for the information. That's not going to be back up and online. Showstopper used. Now Saya. Well, we don't need to talk about that one. Ban's picked up Yuicaw. Defuse being tapped. They're not sure. Someone could be on it right now. They need to swing and check. Maybe someone spotted it just around the edge of that wall. Saya, good for one. Lysoar down. nizhao up close. Got his double, but they're trading it right back. And T1 will not let go of this round. The 40-second, 30-second mark once this wall goes down. There you go, it's up, but it's a little bit too late. They're already through. Now the Viper having to fight, and nizhao is down. Viper's pit out of the round, and FPX still massively behind after all of that has been taken out of their hands. They only get 1 kill for their trouble, very little damage, no control on the way back through. The one thing is, they did just hear that jump. Aya is fully aware that Munchkin is around that corner on his right, and he's gonna seek him out, but his teammates are on the side already. So even though he gets that kill, there's just nothing to say about it. The 125 HP, sure, he's looking healthy, but there's 2 players lined up in a firing squad. Yuicaw goes more passive. It's the right call. He would just get sectioned off and eliminated in a 1vx fight. Instead, he has to try to harass them on the way through and wait for his teammates to come in. They have a lot of utility for the way back in. That nade is going to go through. xeta already gone. The nade's a little late, so it's not going to catch a kill, but that might have given them a chance.
Yeah, xeta has been the post-plant king, so getting rid of him with a spam and him almost sacrificing himself to it is going to help them out massively. 4 players looking to try and go back through on that retake. Lysoar doing well. In fact, no trades to be had is left onto Saya. He's been fantastic. But this level of aggression, a tap onto the orb, and this is where they try and execute instead. They've actually thrown the nade, almost blocking off their own corner. Again, another blip for FPX, a mistake, and almost too easy an opener on the other side. They're going to try and actually push off the back of this. Sayaplayer gets the kill with his nade instead of the gun. And now Berlin, this started off as a set play for the side of FPX. It's cut off his own angle. This is going horribly wrong.
Oh, no! Right onto the nano. He's 7 HP. Oh, yeah, good luck with that. Zeta's just shutting him down. And, well, that seems to be the final nail in the coffin for the FPX side. nizhao, you better start that ace chant if you want another round, because FPX need one right now, and it's only the one kill to be found. T1. They were looking down and out in that first half. FPX had the control.
Yeah, there you go, the heal instantly being popped. The thing is, though, it does buy a little bit of extra time for those rotations to come through.
I mean, T1 are pretty close and sectioning out a lot of this site. The flash through the wall for Sayaplayer to force a fight. nizhao goes down. The kills going their way for now, as it seems T1 are stabilizing in the post plant. That's when Aya steps up. That quick double, but it's left him on 20 HP. Has to rely on Berlin getting out of the bathroom and finding a leg to stand on with this retake. Currently not spotting any players. They might have heard the jump towards the spawn. There's a tap. Aya now going to be defending him from the crossover halfway already. They need to hurry, and Saya just...
This match, a buy-up. Yuicaw taking the early fight. That's one way to get back into the server. 2 heads wiped out almost immediately. And for T1, wow, this was somewhat of a heavier investment. Like, they still have plenty to buy up within the next round, but they have rifles here.
You can see that they're even looking across the map now individually, trying to find opportunities to take some fights, maybe catch a player on the back foot or the front foot as they get aggressive. But there's no movement. Side of FPX content to sit back, except for over in bathroom. Little pop flash out of Aya, that's what they were waiting for. And that has just crumbled this round, leaving the player who was lurking just moments ago, Munchkin, to try and make this work on his rotate around, and they're already pushed up close. Look at Aya's position. A hard one to clear. He'll check it anyways. Crosshair placement near perfect, but Aya still comes out. Very early ulti going through. Of course, you can pick that one back up and have to gain control over there first. Being destroyed inside of Hookah. Reobtainable for sure. Do they want to pressure out? A flash certainly indicates they do, but it's only spams for now. Damage done though. Lighting, okay, traded back indeed, but just look at the price paid. Lysoar down to 45, man advantage sitting with T1, and the Spike still in a very safe spot. Can TP or just walk away. It's a flash peek though. That's what they're gambling on, and it's worked out for Lysoar. His low HP maybe holding him back, but one is good enough, you would have thought.
That's the thing. They were pretty much ready with the anti-flash help from xeta. The Thrash setup as well to make sure there was no way that final player within the site would be able to hold on. And now for nizhao, a 1v3 clutch on the contact angle, and then the swing is there immediately. Good work from T1, a nice...
Always someone to watch with those flashes. He's on the other side of the map to the engagement. Hello, Yuicaw's looking for someone updrafting around, and well, he's being found instead. Sayaplayer dropping and looking for more around the top of the boxes. Oh, and he's up in heaven as well. There's no stopping this man. Mr. Worldwide on the site, but he's being taken down at long last.
It was mentioned comfort. I don't think you can look more comfortable than that. Literally gliding through that A site. nizhao, the thing is, even if he gets this far, there's going to be an instant swing. Trying to find anything more should be impossible. Actually, never mind. It's a little bit disjointed. Looking possible for them as Aya's managed to find a multi-frag of 3. xeta in the post plant, though. We know how devastating he's been. The spam through the wall, not quite connecting. The time's fairly far gone, but they'll get it anyway.
They're in trouble. It has to be the B commitment. Seeker's on the way, flash through, and the dash soon to come in. They're trying to deal the damage with weaker weapons, and it's not easy. Berlin makes it look that for the first, but look at the follow-up. T1 just grouping together, sticking as a team, and trading every single one, if even.
Yeah. And the problem is as well, Yuicaw, like his flank initially might have worked out, but it's been so much time on the clock that the space just isn't really worth it. Reckoning available, but I'd be surprised if they use it. And now he has to try and do it all.
Blade Storm 1v3 is certainly not the easiest. He dodged the flash at least, but look at that. Another five.
It's impossible to dodge everything that they have. 3 players though, ready and waiting. Saya, immediate dash! And while Lysoar's just been decimated, now the Reckoning coming through as well. This will reveal where his opponents are, spamming through the walls. He has support as well in the form of Carpe. This is looking bleak, and well, AAAAY just trying to almost hide at the back of this site. A counter Reckoning being sent through, but with Thrash denying that space, they can't even do anything off it.
Yeah, I don't know where you go from this point. Both flashes still for AAAAY, can hope to find something, but the showstopper doesn't even land, and Sayaplayer switched places, got inside the cove, fragmented this retake completely, and there's players waiting outside, baiting Carpe, letting him fall. That's fine, because they've got the utility to close this one out. Now they can swing in one at a time, run that clock down, even if they didn't win the fights.
So confident playing around his own utility, almost just looking, waiting for the flash, and it's a little bit labored on the spray, but he will get the opener nonetheless.
Full control. Viper post plant, 2 snake bites for xeta. Not here to help out Sayaplayer, who's being dropped. Carpe falls, Ban's gone. Now this is going to be a close round with xeta falling. It's all crumbled. The side of T1, finally we see a problem. Lysoar, right low on the edge. What a shot from Munchkin. He thinks it was being defused, but the other player was inside the orb, but no. An operator from Yuicaw not going to find anything. He's bailing. Seekers are hunting down his teammates. Berlin still able to hold strong, but left on super low HP. He won't get out alive. But is there a follow-up? A follow-through from FPX? Sayaplayer's up close yet again. But it's traded. AAAAY again able to take down Sayaplayer, potentially end his streak on the A site. A shot missed for FPX though. Munchkin's only 10 HP, but it's enough. Now he can buy even more time sitting in that corner. Flash back online. It'll be used fairly soon, you'd imagine. Oh, it better be. That snake bites close, and it's got him. Great positioning on that utility. But the time is still going to be an issue. They need to find these final players blinded. AAAAY knows there's a player around the corner, but he's blinded himself. Even still lands the shot, but he's got more to do. Another player to take down, and it's Ban. Consistently hitting 3K.
Sayaplayer.
There's a flash.
Always scary, the flash. It goes deep though. They don't expect anybody to be this close. It's the 1-2 punch, but only the one. Saya's all that's needed. But this is a ruse. He's just selling the idea that this is a B hit. The fact is though, they haven't really fallen for it just yet. The rotation eventually coming. Yuicaw spots them down mid. He hasn't been able to connect on it, and he's wrapped on by xeta. Leaving just to make that one! Sayaplayer has just taken over this round. While Berlin, he's one off a showstopper, but he's going to need a lot from this one.
Oh yeah, this needs to be one hell of a round. Quick kill, showstopper up, follow through. One of the biggest clutches of Berlin's life. He's running straight into the off to start it. Sayaplayer holding the angle, but xeta peeks it first. FPX, they didn't make massive mistakes. They weren't misplaying it. They were just getting wrecked, and it might just be the same again here in the pistol. T1 have snuck behind them, in fact, using their own wall. FPX are in trouble. They have no idea how many players are coming up behind them, and that's the spike. Disaster strikes, despite Berlin claiming control over this part of the map. They've got to go right back to B long to pick up the spike, and there's 3 defenders there.
Yeah, they had nobody watching for that B short push, and well, they've got the A site under their control.
We're going to teleport.
Yeah, if only they had a From the Shadows in round 1 on Omen that they don't have. Yeah, it's a rough position, and the fact is everything is being watched for. I say that, xeta, he's switching between the 2 angles. It gives an opening, a chance. Yuicaw being able to bring things back into a 3v3. Still 40 seconds left on the clock, and they have no ground They have to try and take their way back in, clearing almost everything as they go. But the fact is, all three players
30 seconds left.
are sat back, waiting within this spike. Carpe already going to put another to the death toll, but it's decent trades. Down to the jet battle, but Saya will win it once again.
Yuicaw going to be moving back towards B, spotting for aggression, meaning they can teleport if they need to later if he finds a pick. But with these weak weapons, really, you are just hoping for a big mistake to be made. Flash through from AAAAY, gets him absolutely nothing. Didn't even make it through the smoke himself before he was spammed down. The teleport, they're not committing. Oh, okay, well that's actually worked out nicely. They kind of thought the other player had fallen back already or was out of here. Instead, the punish there as the utility goes through the teleporter. Damage already decent with shots too. FBX have a serious chance. If they had rifles recovered, you'd feel a lot better, but if Lysoar keeps this up, he might not need one. That's 4 kills with a Sheriff, and it's leaving it just onto ban. Consistent clutcher for this squad. His multi-kills have been incredible, but Lysoar wants the ace. He's hungry for it. Down to just 36 HP, and it's stolen away.
From his teammate through the teleporter. xeta already finding another, but Lysoar's still there, still fighting.
Yeah, going down's not the biggest deal, though, realistically, especially when Munchkin is going to reoccupy this spot just moments later. A great angle to fight for, but oh, that's a spanner thrown into the works. Lysoar kept back for just a moment. Thinks maybe they've snuck in, it'll run the clock down, but there's 55 seconds, there's still time. Rotation, Carpe on his way back around.
I like this.
Clearing out middle. And while they waste their time getting this spike and trying to avoid these shots in the dark, these players on T1 are set up for the post plan, or for even the plant attempt, maybe not. Swinging in early, and he's found the kill for his trouble. The worst part is that pit doesn't cover the site, so it's basically going to go down if you commit to the plant. And well, certainly if Lysoar falls, which seems to be just moments away, ever vigilant, not giving him that fight. Well, they weren't all giving him that fight. Carpe certainly was. He's isolated the correct duel. Game sense off the charts on where Sayaplayer was coming. Locking down bathroom. He's tucked in the right corner. And nizhao has no idea, no iota on this play being made. Now it depends. Will Ban get curious for information? Will he swing? No, that's what Carpe is here for. It's going to be a double swing. Dealing with nizhao easily. Locking the control and now focusing back towards the push that's coming in. The flash up top confirms players are here. Although they'll be blocked out by this wall, that's the intention for T1 to be able to reposition, get Carpe back to the site. With plenty of ultis to work with, but they won't want to expend them here. A 12th round on the cusp of being theirs.
How do you even fly?
Crash maybe from Carpe could come through.
This is impossible. Like, you have to kill someone before getting a plant. Even Munchkin still surviving. Thrash going through, maybe a little bit early. And somehow they managed to fight 2 back. A wall bang. Oh, throw a Thrash. It's ridiculous from Carpe. I don't know how he's getting away with the frags he's finding, but now AAAAY is all that's left. Maybe hoping for a late dash through, but there's nothing he can really do here. Look how passive Carpe is after huge individual play. He waits patiently. He's going to send Little Bro through. Finally, he'll go down, but he's already won the round. His sacrifice will give T1 their 12th. And it will just be the rifle kept for AAAAY. That's all he can hope for from this scenario.
The nasty crossfire about to come through.
I've got your trail.
Oh, here goes the execution. Carpe under some serious pressure. Dizzy thrown out to try and slow them down. In fact, he's spamming everything. He knows that they're trying to run him down. They know he's in that corner, but it's his teammates they should be worrying about. xeta already. AAAAY desperately trying to cling to life, but it is done. T1 will be the ones heading back to that decider match to face off against Foot for the 2nd time. And unfortunately for FBX, once again, they failed to get a win at an international tournament.
It's a phenomenal sign.